Let's be real, buying a home in Vancouver is tough. The competition is absolutely fierce, and the stakes couldn't be higher. So today, we're going to give you a secret weapon. This is the ultimate checklist for a mortgage application that is so perfect, it basically puts you at the front of the line.
Okay, so let's just cut to the chase. In a market where timing is literally everything, what is the single biggest roadblock that trips people up? You might think it's a bad credit score or not earning enough money, but nope, it's something way, way simpler.
You're not going to believe this. It's missing paperwork. I know, it sounds almost silly, right? But this one simple administrative headache is the #1 reason for delays, for stress, and even for getting a flat-out no. It's the one hurdle we're going to make sure you sail over no problem. So I want you to change how you're thinking about this. This isn't just about collecting a boring old pile of documents. Nope, we're going to treat this like a game, a high-stakes one for sure, and I'm going to show you exactly how to win. I mean, think about it. When a seller in Vancouver gets a stack of offers, who do you think they're going to lean towards? The person who is organized, totally prepared, and has all their financing locked down and ready to go? A complete application sends a powerful message to everyone, the sellers, the lenders, that you are a serious, reliable buyer. That is your competitive edge. Okay, so how do we actually build this winning application? Well, we're going to take what feels like a mountain of paperwork and break it down into 4 core pillars. Just think of these as the foundation for your entire home buying journey. You get these 4 things right, and I promise, everything else just falls into place. It really boils down to these 4 things. First, who are you? Second, what do you make? Third, what do you have? And finally, what exactly are you trying to buy? If you can master these 4 pillars, you are absolutely golden. So let's dive into the first one. Pillar 1 is all about proving you are who you say you are. This seems super simple, but that pro tip, listen up, because this is where so many people get snagged. A missing middle initial, a slightly different spelling of your name between your driver's license and your passport, those little things can cause huge, frustrating delays. The key here, consistency is king. Your name has to be exactly the same everywhere. Up next, proving what you earn. Now, if you're salaried or hourly, it's pretty straightforward. Your income is stable, it's predictable, and you just need the documents you see right here. But if you earn a commission, things are a little different. The document list looks similar, but here's the catch. Lenders need to see a longer track record. So they'll typically average your income over the last 2 years to smooth out the natural ups and downs of a sales job. All right, let's move on to pillar number 3, your assets. This is where we talk about your down payment. And the key thing to wrap your head around is that lenders need to see more than just a big number in your bank account. They need to know its history, its origin story, if you will. And this right here perfectly explains the 90-day rule. It's a big one, and it exists for a good reason, to prevent money laundering. Basically, lenders need to see that your down payment money has been sitting or seasoning in your account for at least 3 months. This timeline shows exactly what they're looking for. No big, mysterious chunks of cash popping up out of nowhere right before you apply. It's all about proving that the money is legitimately yours. But hey, what if some of that money came from family? First off, you're not alone. It's incredibly common. As you can see, about 30% of home buyers get some help. If that's you, it's actually pretty simple. You just need 2 things: a formal gift letter that clearly states the money is a gift, not a loan, and then the paper trail, proof of the funds being transferred from an immediate family member's account directly into yours. And finally, once your offer is accepted, congratulations, by the way, you hit pillar 4, the property documents. Now, if you're buying a condo, you need to pay close attention to the Strata documents. The most important one is the Form B. Think of it like a financial health report for the entire building. It shows the budget, any big upcoming repairs, and you can bet your lender is going to look at it very, very closely. Okay, so we've covered the 4 main pillars that apply to most people. But hey, what if you don't fit that standard 9-to-5 mold? Let's take a quick look at the specific requirements for folks who are self-employed or are newcomers to Canada. Wow, this slide really shows the difference, doesn't it? If you're self-employed, the list of documents is just, well, it's longer. Lenders need to see the whole financial picture of your business. The most important thing to remember is they qualify you based on your net income from your tax returns. That's the number after you've deducted all your business expenses. Now, for newcomers to Canada, this number right here, 35%, is an absolute game changer. Some of Canada's big banks have special programs that allow newcomers to get a mortgage with a 35% down payment, even if they haven't had time to build up a Canadian credit history yet. It's a really fantastic pathway to owning a home. So, to get access to those programs, it's all about demonstrating stability. Lenders want to see that you're putting down roots here. That means having your official status, like a work permit, a few months of a Canadian job under your belt, and a solid history of paying your rent and your bills on time. It all helps build a picture of financial responsibility, even without that long credit file.
All right, we've gone through all the what. Now, let's get into the how. In this final section, we're going to boil it all down to the most practical, actionable advice to make sure your application process is smooth, fast, and most importantly, successful.
We started with this idea, and it's so important we're going to bring it back one more time. This quote just says it all. Every single missing piece creates friction. Our goal here is to create a totally frictionless application, one that just sails right through the system. And here it is, your 3-step action plan to make that happen. Number 1, start early. Have everything ready before you even start scrolling through listings. Number 2, digitize properly. Lenders want clean PDF scans, not blurry photos from your phone. And make sure you include every single page, even the ones that are blank. And 3, keep it current. Things like pay stubs and bank statements have an expiry date, so make sure your file is fresh.
So that brings us right back to the final question. After everything we've talked about, from the 4 pillars to the pro tips, I'll ask you this. Is your paperwork ready? Because in a market like Vancouver's, being ready isn't just an advantage, it's how you win.